Disrespectful?
Cool? Disrespectful, okay.
So, like, this is asking, like, if you're in a relationship and you have male friends, or is this like you have a relationship with males? You know what I mean?
So the question is,
Women in relationships having male friends.
I don't think it's disrespectful. Honestly, I would freaking break up with someone because my best friend is a male. So if they tell me I can't be friends with him, I'm not doing it.
Disrespect.
Okay.
I think, I mean, I have two friends that are male that are very close to me, and I've known them since before I was in my relationship.
Yep.
And and we all hang out in like friend groups.
Okay. Almost fell down, guys.
They're friends with all of us in our friend group, and we all hang out together as a group and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
I need quick answers if you can.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Same. It's fine.
Same
it's fine.
thing.
Oh,
But the question at the end was, do they have alternative motives? And I think guy friends, well, at least my guy friends. On the mic. My guy friends, they don't have alternative motives.
Okay.
Yeah.
he can have girlfriends and I can have boyfriends.
Okay.
I think it's fine.
I think it's fine if both people have set up boundaries with each other about, is he going to have female friends? Is she going to have male friends? And what are the boundaries for that? Then it should be fine as long as you stay in the boundaries.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. We have Morgan. Can you read this one?
Mm-hmm. Andrew, claim your arguments are non-secular. What are your morals based on regarding women then? U.S. Senate plus House R.
All I have to do is give you a preference. If all I give you is a secular argument, meaning nothing grounded inside of anything which is religious, all I need to do is give you a preference, and it's every bit as valid as any preference you give me.
All right. Thank you for that, Andrew. Joe Murphy, thank you. Thank you.
Please define the Western feminism is for everyone. It's highly unlikely that these women have a specific or a historical reference to what the feminist movement was. 50-50 is hitting a brick wall.
All right. Thank you, Joe Murphy. Please define what Western feminism is for everyone. Is there really a difference between Western feminism and...
Can I answer that?
Okay.
Yes, because Western feminism is equality there's like a couple different definitions of feminism, depending on where we're at in the world. So like Western feminism is the idea of like equality within the sexes, and then another type would be like traditional feminism, where like you take on traditional roles, like the male would take on a male role, women take on women roles, and like that's a traditional feminism, and you like keep that.
What?
And then there's another one, I forget. But yeah, there's a couple different ones. So Western, obviously, it doesn't encompass.
Wait, let me ask you a question. So under traditional feminism, you said, would the men and the women adhere to traditional gender roles?
Yes.
Okay. So
That's
then under traditional feminism, it would be frowned upon for a woman to opt out of her traditional gender roles, aka getting married and having children.
So yeah, it's encouraged to like to embrace feminine roles.
So I mean.
So yeah, it would be.
And be submissive to her husband.
Yeah.
So then, what would be the feminist component of?
It's just like an idea.
Feminism?
I think that's just the definition. I think it's just like the idea to keep those roles. I think that's just what that is.
I've never heard that before, but okay.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that just not be feminism?
Well, it's the definition, so I would ask the scholars or something. I don't know.
So what form? Okay, feminism's about equality. What's the?
It's just like ensuring that because it's like the belief that like women bring a certain value, men bring a certain value. So it's just keeping those roles in.
All right. Okay, that's I don't think I'm going to bite on that one, but
There's also like there's intersectional feminism where that's more of what I believe in, because it's like the belief that like certain women have different disparities in other women, like the different levels of that. So like minority women have different struggles.
What's the comparison between Asian women and white women?
Like struggle?
Yeah, which one has it, I guess, worse from your purview?
From my purview would be different from someone else's.
What?
Because my definition of feminism is different.
Yeah, but intersectional feminism is the analysis of these differences.
Yeah, so then
what's your analysis?
In that definition, it's just the belief that like some women have it worse, and to like acknowledge that, and that helps put an eye on that, especially in studies and stuff. A lot of white women they're studied way more than black women or Asian women.
But that's just intersectionality, period, right? So intersectionality is the intergroup dynamics, and you're looking at the intergroup dynamics to see which ones are more oppressed than other groups, or which ones fare better. So that wouldn't even be specifically feminism, that would just be intersectionality, right?
Yeah, within the branch of feminism, yeah.
Well, it wouldn't even be a branch of it would just be intersectionalism, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, I'm going to move it on a little bit. We'll come back to feminism a little bit later on. But Alyssa, you said you had some wild stories of this ex I was dating going crazy on my friends. He was abusive.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. So I don't even know which one to tell. Like, this feels like weird timing for this, but
I'm just trying to get through all my pre-show notes.
Okay, maybe I'll do like the one funny one. So this was like years ago. We were in high school and we were like friends with these two older guys. One ended up getting into a relationship with, I did later on. Big mistake, not good. But we thought these boys were our friends and they were older than us, and we were like, this is pretty cool. We're getting attention from older guys, and we're like, sleepover one night, okay. He's there the next night, okay. We go on vacation, we go down to my cousin's house. He leaves since we're not home. And then it turns out the police ended up coming to my house because he was cutting my window screens, all of them in the backyard. And it turns out he was sleeping in my doll playhouse in the basement. The 17-year-old man was storing suits and court documents and uneaten food, living in my dollhouse in the basement. And so...
Wait, for how long?
Wait, were you dating this guy?
No, we just thought he was our friend.
She was dating his brother.
Oh, okay.
Well, and then I have a story that goes into that, but I just didn't.
How long was he in your
did some
basement?
crazy stuff.
I don't actually know. I don't really know. I want to say we were down there for like a week, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he just slept in there while we were gone.
While you were at the vacation, he was.
Yeah, but my parents were still at home though, but so it was just kind of weird.
You said you noticed a lot of negative views or language towards the women on the show that you don't feel is necessary. Was there anything in specific?
That was just something I brought up, like I think a little earlier
Did
too.
you?
It was just I slightly like touched on it. I just feel like the direction that we have gone in now seems more like open, friendly, talkative, like we can discuss. And I feel like sometimes in the podcast it can get a little more just kind of, we're not talking anymore, we're just kind of yelling at each other and nobody's vibing and just we're trying to debate, but it's not really happening. And I just see, like, I guess, I don't know, in previous videos that I've just seen.
Give me one example.
Ooh. I don't know. I really don't watch your videos, like, enough to provide, I think, a really good example for you. I've just seen a lot of the clips just to kind of prepare for the show. But I've just seen that there seems to be some negativity towards women in general. Like
You'd have to provide an example.
I know. I don't. But if you go back and watch, or other people, but that's really all
I can give just a brief bit of pushback. So when you're having an argument with somebody, they're not going to agree with you. And sometimes you may have a position which sounds fucking stupid. That's just me being totally honest. Sometimes you may have a position which sounds completely fucking stupid and idiotic. And if that is so, and the other person points this out and you're forced to agree, what happens is that's very uncomfortable for people. What this is called is cognitive dissonance. It's a thing which happens with many, many people when they get into arguments. They engage in cognitive dissonance. Once they do that, they almost shut